So what's new at Devoxx this year? Well, we have really, from a content perspective, some really exciting stuff which we call startups. In Belgium and in Europe in general, we really have a problem finding like venture capital, angels, even banks, etc. Here, if you're a young developer and you have a great idea, wouldn't it be great if you could come to Devoxx and actually see and hear from real experts who actually run VCs, who are angels, or even banks. We have actually ENG, which is a platinum sponsor. They actually have a talk for startups explaining, what they need to do if you're looking for some capital and so on. And so we have a really nice story on Thursday. It's in room 3, all sequential talks, all about even founders, like, do you get money or do you grow organically? Do you talk with VCs? What are the things you need to think about from a contract perspective? So there's some really very valuable information, and that's a new thing. So it's a bit of a gamble. I don't know how many developers will be going there, but personally, just the fact that everything is recorded, that will just be great to share with the young developers and even older developers who are starting a startup. So that's the first one. Another really cool new concept is the playground. It's actually on my left here in the exhibition floor. And the playground is really the Internet of Things playground. It's like, toys for boys. The 3D printing is really interesting. I mean, there's even Michael who's here to actually give a talk about Java FX, and you can actually develop code and then print that code, which are basically 3D models, live on that printer. So that's going to be really interesting to see how people behave. We already got some really great response on that. We have the Lego Mindstorms, we have Raspberry Pis and Arduinos. We even have an Internet of Things shop where you can buy all these goodies when you're really into this. Another one we have is, of course, the Hacker Garden. The Hacker Garden, still really worth mentioning because we have so many open source developers here where they actually sit on the round table, they share their knowledge, and then developers can actually look into certain bugs they want to fix or even help with the open source project itself, and really create a synergy between developers and open source initiators. And then something really brand new is an idea we got from Java 1, which is called Ignite Talks. Ignite Talks already exist before Java 1, but that's where I experienced it for the first time. And so what are Ignite Talks? These are 5-minute talks, and the slide, your presentation is a slide deck, and every 15 seconds, the slide changes. And so Arun Gupta was like, oh, we need to have this at Devoxx, we need to have this at Devoxx. But I was going like, well, where do we do this? We use every square meter. So we had to look into the schedule, and we found the lunch breaks. So during the lunch, on Wednesday and Thursday, we have about a 1-hour break. You can actually go to the buff rooms, which are next to the reception, and you can actually experience about 20 Ignite talks. And not all of them are technical, so there's really people talking about passionate things that they're working on. And for example, we have actually Peter and Michael talking about their Devoxx Hunt game. So what is it about? Well, first of all, Alex van Boxel, he came at one of our steering meetings and he showed this Bluetooth low energy device, and it's a beacon. It sends a Bluetooth signal, and it has certain devices have a battery which lasts 2 years. And he came with that, and we get oh, we have to do something with this. So then Mike Segers and Peter Kurtena, they went yeah, we can totally build mobile apps for that, Android and iOS. Johan Vos said, yeah, I'll do the Java EE backend, so we have a nice backend. Hans helped with some REST APIs. And so before you know it, we had a small task force building a Devoxx Hunt game. So how does it work? I actually bought 160 beacons. We spread them in the venue, we spread them in pubs, we spread them in museums and so on. We even actually are giving beacons to some rockstar speakers, and they're running around in the venue so people can hunt down that signal. And so the application allows you to actually search for the beacons in your area. You need to actually have a proximity, so you need to really come close to that beacon, and then you can unlock it. And every achievement, we have about 49 achievements. Every achievement has a very nice icon, cartoonish style, and it gives you points. And what's really nice is that because of those points, we create a leaderboard, and it basically gamifies your experience at Devoxx. And people are loving it. I mean, there are already people hating me because they're saying man, I'm not going to sessions anymore. I'm actually just hunting beacons all day, right? But this will definitely give a new dimension to the whole Devoxx experience. So that's a bit, I think, the new things at Devoxx. We were again sold out as many years before, but I think the hunt game, the Ignite sessions, the playground, the startup talks, and the hacker garden, they're definitely things you need to check out. So enjoy Devoxx, and hopefully we'll see each other again next year as well.